it's been very discouraging, and clearly we're heartbroken. Pretty much, so Alfredo went to Ciudad Juarez last week in hopes of getting his residency card, or his visa, green card, and it was denied. And now he is denied re-entry back to the United States for a whole year. We want to give you a little backstory. Alfredo has been a DACA recipient since 2012, right, babe? And we got married, and of course I wanted to fix his legality situation, and I petitioned for him 5 years ago in 2019, and we got the appointment on about a month ago, over a month ago now, that he had to go to Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, through the U.S. consulate there. And you know, it took 5 years of waiting, and in hopes of what we thought he was going to receive his visa, and it was going to be an easy thing. And we were hoping and praying, you know, did all the right steps, and he was denied re-entry. And we're heartbroken. Clearly, we're trying to figure everything out. I mean, we own a business here. We own a home here. We have 2 dogs. I know that's the minuscule thing, but we own 2 dogs, and now I just feel a little overwhelmed. Home is home. Of course, me and Alfredo have never been separated, like ever, I don't think, right? And we've been married for 7 years. I think the longest we've gone without seeing each other is like 3 days or so.
And I think everything is still so fresh, and it's, some days are good, some moments feel a little heavy, and then sometimes we're trying our best not to get overwhelmed with the future. You know, don't be anxious for nothing. Sometimes if you're not careful, you can definitely get all into those thoughts. And so bear with us. It's still, I mean, this is a week and a half fresh, and there's still a lot of things that we have to align or figure out. And so we just kind of wanted to jump in, and overall it's very this is not something that we had in plan.
Not at all. I mean, we weren't prepared. Alfredo packed a little duffel bag with clothes, and we were like, you're gonna be back next week. We're gonna be enjoying Thanksgiving together, and this is where we need your help. We've contacted a new lawyer that is able and has hope to advocate for us to get Alfredo home sooner. Of course, he didn't give us a time frame of how sooner, but he definitely said it would be before the year.
I think latest I could be back, the longest it would take is 6 months, and it could be as soon as 3 months. But I'm trying to, let's actually, before we go into that, I would like to touch base a little. There's some people that don't know this process, and I do think we need to talk a little bit about that, because I mean, you said the most important stuff. You're a citizen. We've been married for 7 years. I've been a DACA recipient since it was established, 2012, and I've done I've done life all the way through kindergarten, middle school. I actually didn't even know I was a quote unquote undocumented illegal immigrant since I was probably late middle school. And so something, I said on the last video, Mexico is my hometown, but it's very foreign to me because I was brought into the U.S. when I was 11 months. And all I've known is the U.S. I followed all the steps of the American dream, and it's detrimental. And I don't know if did we miss something else? I mean, or go ahead.
No, I mean, I think, like, I don't know, like, obviously all the legal stuff behind it, but, you know, clearly one of the ways to fix your legal status is by marriage, which is you know, it happened in our case. I wanted to help him, Alfredo, and, you know, we were doing all the right steps, you know, DACA, putting in a petition for your spouse, receiving a visa appointment, and, you know, receiving your visa, and then 3 years later you could become a citizen, which is usually how it happens, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
And again, yeah, we're not lawyers, but so when you have DACA, I think a few years ago it was now available to where you didn't have to travel outside of the U.S. And unfortunately for me, I had to travel outside of the U.S. to re-enter legally, even though I entered without my control. And so stepping out of the U.S., it's a really critical. Well, I say critical, but the process is just very, very complex. Anything can go wrong. You can state you have anxiety, and they will look at you like you are not in the right place. And just any little thing will put us in a position where they deny it, or they say, hey, you need to wait longer. A year it's a long time, at least for me, because I've never lived in Mexico. But let's fast forward, because I think, yeah, the process is it's a process. I want to first say we're grateful for everyone that has messaged us, DM'd us, called us, prayed for us, and also for people that have donated financially, because these things can be really expensive, especially now that we're looking into a new lawyer. It's not easy. We've been through worse, so I don't like to look at it at that scale, but it is still financial hardship, emotional hardship. There's a lot of even spiritually. I'm having, you know, the enemy's messing with my mind, trying to discourage me, but I have to stay faithful to God despite of what it looks like. But I think first and foremost, I just want to say we're very thankful for everyone that has stood in our corner and are ready to fight with us. And I just do believe that we can't do this alone.
And we're so blessed to have Sean and Phil. They are, you know, we've known them for so many years, and they've gathered together to really be there for us physically, financially, and emotionally, spiritually. I mean, we're so grateful for them. They've created a GoFundMe for us to fund all of our expenses for the lawyer and for just bills, life in general. While Alfredo's in Mexico, I'm here. And we're so grateful for that. To everyone who's donated, thank you so much. We are speechless with the love and support, and not just donations, the messages as well. And I just want to put out there, if you guys feel in your heart to donate, to give, we will accept anything, even if it's like $1, $2, $5. It doesn't.
Your help in that. Just because, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just wanted to say, I know we're all going through something, especially right now in the holidays. It's not easy. So we're not asking. Everything is literally, I want to get home. That's our goal, is just, I want to be home. And I believe that the way this played out was not the way, this is not what we had in plan. And right. I think overall, if you feel led in your heart to do so, it would mean everything to us. Like Brithzy was saying, $1, $2, $5, whatever it is. But we promise you, this is all going strictly to these needs. And the biggest need right now is our new attorney.
We just want Alfredo home. It's not fair. He's a good person. I mean, you guys know Alfredo. I may be a little biased because he's my husband, but he's an incredible person. He's not a bad person. He's not like a criminal, you know, and he deserves to be home. This is his home. And not just literally this home, but the United States is his home. And he deserves to be with his family. And we would really appreciate your help.
We'll keep you guys posted. And if there's any new updates follow us on our Instagram. We'll definitely keep y'all posted. And if y'all can't financially help, that's completely okay. But there is a list of prayers, or a list of a list of things to pray for if you feel led to do that as well. But we thank y'all. We cannot do this alone. So please be in our corner and just help us if you can. I don't know what else to say, but I think that's it for me.
Yeah. We love you guys. We appreciate you all, and let's bring Alfredo home.